Okay, so here we are again with Wusik SQ480 or 480, I think. And this is Alpha 2, so a lot has happened already. The interface is much better now. I'm going to go into project and just check all the new stuff that I have been working on. Um, yeah, the new track here. So right now I own the CRT emulation, so it has a lot of motion blurring. But we also I have created several other test templates. Let's say the Amiga template I created. This is just a test. It's not really based on a Amiga computer, but based on a screenshot I found online. So if anyone has an Amiga computer that wants to help creating a better template, I'm open for ideas. And I created some other types of displays. And this is one showing the bezel. So if you go back to the main window, this is using a lot of motion blurring and some reflections. All this stuff here is dynamic, so it's reacting to the interface. There's a small bug here that you can squish if you want. I just forgot to put the squish sound. But it's just a silly bug that I wanted to add to the program. Right now it shows and starts moving around, but you can disable at any time, so you have the option to disable anything at any time. The metronome and the sequencer is already working. Let me turn on my keyboard here and adjust the MIDI input. So audio is already working. Let me check MIDI input. So my UMX, my Behringer keyboard. You can see the MIDI showing up here on the top right when I press a key. And I have an option to go and have MIDI through. So any input goes to the output directly. So let me record something. So the recording is already working, just not the display. The display is not working yet. And not the playback either. But everything else is working pretty okay. I can add new tracks now. And tracks can be MIDI, plugin instrument, or just audio. Let me load another template here. See, I created some silly ones like the old TV. Here doesn't show anything, but when you go to the main menu, it shows an old TV. It's just a testing that I was doing. Nothing really serious. My old computer let me revive my bug here. I had to squish it. Squish it. And this is from my big old green CRT that I had. So most of the stuff are mainly cosmetic. So it's just so it looks good. Well, looks bad actually, like an old computer, but good in that aspect. And the one that I like most is the green CRT2C. So this is the one that looks better, and it's running at let me see what's the maximum frames per second here. 106, because it's using a lot of GPU stuff, but it's very smooth. The mouse is very smooth. I can turn off the motion blurriness if I want. Go to the X effects and motion blur, turn it off, so there's no more motion blur. There's a lot of stuff that I added to the interface, because I wanted the interface to look retro, but also have a fun look to it. Like on the time here, I added, thanks to a friend request, I added this small icon to show that the sequencer is moving very fast. But I can also go here on the sequencer settings and fine measures numbers. So if I go now and change the bit per minutes to 10, you can see that it's very smooth. It's going very slowly. Let me turn off the random lines, because the random lines doesn't make much sense when you don't have a motion blur. So I also added the dust particles, like around a dusty environment. I had set to 200 dust particles now. They're starting to appear. Looks like snow, but it's actually dust. Let me turn it off. Oh, the glitch and flicker, the lines are in here. Random lines and random dots. And the flicker, I add an option to see what is doing better when you're creating your own template. So there is not much in terms of the sequencer yet. I'm still working on that. You can see the little bug walking. I can squish it. Can press Ctrl-Shift-L to revive it. And also added a section for the keyboard shortcuts. So you can change the shortcuts if you want. Like, let me say I want help with Shift F1 instead. So now F1 does nothing, but Shift F1 opens the help. And well, it's pretty much it. A lot of small stuff that I added. Stuff is starting to working correctly now. And that's pretty much for this video. So please, if you can, pre-order the product. You can check on the link for a description of how to pre-order it. And there's a discount right now because it's still on alpha stage. And soon I'm going to have a beta version. And when I do, things are going to move a bit better. And if you want to contribute for like $3, if you want, there's a link in the description for buy me a coffee. So that's just $3 and helps me out. And that's it. Thanks for watching.